Hello, my name's Jessica Downham, and like I mentioned before, I think something that is significant is something that leaves a lasting memory or an imprint on life, something that's like made a difference in the world and has had like a lasting effect on life and how we are today. That could be something big or something little. In this case, I think that what we read over the last as I looked over the chapters this week, I was drawn to the discussion about the Silk Road. This was a route that different civilizations would use for trade of commerce and goods. This was a very important aspect of life that we still use today in a very significant way. We still trade and do a lot of commerce with different civilizations, different countries, different areas. That's really a big part of our life, and it's cause of a lot of wars, things like that have overtaken our world. And without those, we wouldn't have a lot of the things that we do have today. So during the rise of the Roman Empire, the Silk Road was like used to trade between China and Rome. It later grew as like the sailors began to understand the winds on the Indian Ocean. There was like a lot of weird tide changes and heavy winds. Once they understood how to travel along that, the trade even grew immensely, even more, and further down, they could trade with different areas. It was more than just like textiles and goods, gold and stuff like that they were trading. It actually became a way for a trade of technology, mathematics and education, astronomy, linguistics, and also religion. This was actually how Buddhism actually got like pushed farther. It's how it actually got more well known during that time in India and stuff like that. It later went away from India as much as it stayed in China. We kind of know that about the different religions that are over on that side of the world. Although there were many different times when the kingdoms fell that were along the Silk Road, they would find different routes around the drought areas where there wasn't any kingdoms or towns for people to trade in. So it became kind of like a whole, especially there was desert areas and stuff that they would have to travel through. And they ended up finding different ways around that so that it wouldn't be such treacherous kind of terrain for them to travel through. So they made it work. The Silk Road kind of changed directions, different ways, things like that. But they still made an effective and efficient way to trade amongst each other, which was very important during that time because they would run out of goods, so they would need each other to survive. And that's kind of what we do today. I mean, there's a lot of times when we trade with China just to be, or different areas to be fancy and stuff like that, but we really do need things from one another, and that's something that we have taken along with us from back then that's really significant. So although the Silk Road was a small portion of just that area, we still took those aspects of what they did back then and used them to today. Without them, we wouldn't have the advances in technology that we probably have today. The understanding of like a communion between one another, that we need each other as much as we feel like one is stronger and more powerful than the other. We really do need each other to survive, and understand that we do need to trade and have one another to help each other, and we would run out of resources without one another. So I think that trade and commerce along the Silk Road was a very significant aspect of our life back then, and that we have brought it to life now and still use it today.